If I can come up with multiple ways of being able to generate a lead without having to spend money, you are winning.
Right.
You are winning major. That is huge. That's the best ROI you're ever going to get. But you got to shoot your shot. You're ready to just dish your money out instead of you coming up with a creative way to put yourself in a position where you can get ahead. When I hit Hall of Fame my first year, majority of that came from referrals.
Yeah. All right, welcome to the next level. Got my man Trey Howe with us today. How we doing, Trey?
Man, I'm blessed. No complaints.
Absolutely.
How are you?
I'm doing great, dude.
Good.
Appreciate you coming up.
Of course. Excited to be here.
I'm excited to talk about or hear you talk about what we're going to discuss today because, I was saying this on the True Talk with you. If you haven't seen Trey's True Talk, check that out. But warm market is an essential piece of this business, in my opinion.
Right.
And it's a piece that I think sometimes is an afterthought. I think a step that is skipped because we are a lead-based sale.
Right.
We are not that. So if you're watching this for the first time, we're not the company to go, Trey, bring me your 300 names and friends, and I'm going to sell them and give you nothing. And there's companies that do that. And y'all are out there, and y'all are evil. If you work there, come work with us.
Absolutely.
But we don't do that. But it's it's a disservice to the people if you are in a business where, we're selling life insurance.
Yeah.
Like, no disrespect. You sold cable, you sold all these things. But, dude, if I don't get Xfinity from you, is it really going to, hurt me?
No.
No. I may be paying too much.
Right.
Maybe it's a better service, maybe whatever one you're selling.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's like, dude, the people, when you, whatever it is, whether you're selling cell phones, like, dude, I have a cell phone.
Yeah.
I'm not 40 years old walking around with no cell phone.
Right.
Like, you may be able to get me a better, maybe you don't. But life insurance is one of those things that everybody needs.
Everybody.
And if you don't have it, your family will be screwed when you pass, unless you're some, billionaire out there. And those aren't our clients.
Right.
And I don't think those aren't the people that make up most of the warm market of the agents either.
Not
I didn't come in knowing a bunch of billionaires, bro.
I was gonna say, if you do, send them my way.
Exactly. But, we used to have this approach, Trey, and this was, back in 09, 10, 11, where if we recruited you, you got a license, and you're asking me about leads, one of the first things I'd say to you is, hey, Trey, you know a lot of people. Why don't you reach out to a few of them and help some of them first? For a couple of reasons. One, it's going to show me that, number one, you are a trustworthy person because I don't care if you have the biggest warm market or the smallest. You go, I know nobody. I'm an introvert. Okay. Everybody knows at least three people close enough to them that trust you. If you're a trustworthy person. Hopefully. If you don't, then we got a bigger issue, right?
Yeah, I was just saying.
But if I bring you in and go, dude, you got to at least help three people around you, shouldn't be that difficult. And it tells me a few things. One, if the people around you trust you, then I probably got a good shot at the clients trusting you.
Absolutely.
Right? Then the other thing is the belief level. Whatever you're selling, you've sold a number of different things.
Right.
You got to believe in it.
Of course.
Right? And there's levels. You think, Xfinity's the greatest thing in the world. But you at least believed in the product enough, whatever package they were selling, to, hey, this is going to be beneficial. When you were selling solar, and now in life insurance. But if I don't believe in life insurance enough to help my friends and family around me, how the hell am I going to be able to help a client?
It's not going to be possible.
No.
It's not possible at all, actually. Because, you got to, like you said, if you're not a trustworthy person, why would I even want you in my business? Doesn't make sense.
No.
And you should want, your new people should want to prove that, hey, I can do this.
Right.
I can go get three people. You say I need three, I can make it happen. Right?
Absolutely.
I agree with everything you're saying on that one.
And I know you do because you started off selling a shit ton of business to your warm market. Your first 2 months, you were what, 20, 25K?
Yeah, 26 my first
26?
month, 23 the third month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're close to 50K in your first 2 months. How many leads did you buy in your first 2 months?
Zero.
Not one.
Not one.
Talk to me about that process, what that looked like. How did you sell 50K in 2 months to your warm market?
Yeah, I started off, my biggest thing was being able to just get in front of my people, right? And so how would I do that? Well, I made it to where it wasn't an awkward conversation because, again, let's, be real about it. Talking about life insurance is awkward to people.
Absolutely.
Right? We're talking about dying.
Right.
Unless you're selling IUL, then we're talking about something else. But,
Sure.
at the end of the day, we're talking about dying.
Yep.
So most people don't want to talk about that. So how did I approach it? Well, I was just like, well, hey, I want to talk to my mom or talk to this person, talk to that person, and be like, hey, listen, I'm starting a brand new industry, and so my goal is I just want to, tell you my pitch. Just tell me how I sound. Like, would you buy from me or not? Right? And so I'll go through everything, and then eventually they'll be like, hey, don't leave yet. Like, I want an IUL. I need final expense. I need term. I need mortgage protection, whatever. And it's just like, that's how I got the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Of course, I had those, few homeboys that were, cool and everything. I was just like, bro, you're getting this. Like, you don't have anything. You have kids. At that time, I didn't have a child. So I'm like, you have kids. Like, what are you talking about? You're getting it. So just going out there and just willing to try and just say the hell with everything else. Like, I'm just going to shoot my shot. You miss every shot that you don't take.
Absolutely.
Right. So my biggest thing was like, I'm going to keep shooting my shot. And eventually I got to a point to where I was just talking to everybody, and then my upline was still, or probably shouldn't say upline, my mentor at that time, Drake Sanders, he was like, hey, like, something else that you could do. We do offer out, anywhere between $50 to $100 based off of a referral. I was like, wait, who does that? He was like, you would do it. I was like, I'm not doing that. He was like, no, you're going to do it. Like, I promise you, it's going to be worth it. Like, you'll trade $50 to $100 to make $1,000.
Right.
I was like, when you put it like that, hell yeah. So eventually, once I started signing up family members or just, again, people off of social media and people I knew, then I put myself in a position where I'm like, hey, my company is doing a referral bonus. And again, I always positioned it to where it wasn't Trey that was doing it. It was my company.
Yeah.
So once I'd be like, yeah, my company's doing a referral bonus anywhere between $50 to $100, do you know anybody? I would get people that would send me a busload of people. Like, I still got it in my phone right now. I could show you a list of people that would, like, just literally send me so many people because, again, word of mouth it travels
absolutely
quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? And, like, people will trust somebody based off of a word of mouth situation than you completely calling a complete stranger.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What are some keys, though, to talking to the warm market? I like that approach of, hey, let me try this out. And there's a lot of companies that do something similar to that. Right? Like, I got my process, let me run it by you.
Absolutely.
So it's very non-threatening. Because the last thing they're thinking is you're going to try to sell me something. You're just going to run this by me.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, if you do it the right way, the product sells itself.
It does.
Right? Like, if you're doing a term with return of premium, it's a no-brainer, and you're dealing with a lot of younger people. So what are some other keys to talking? Like, so because now you did have a big warm market.
Yes,
right.
I did.
You played ball in college. You played overseas.
Yeah.
You did all these other sales industries, built teams. So does everyone come in and have the same warm market? No. And I'm not saying that you come in, you should spend your first 2 months on your warm market and not buy leads. That's something that is,
I was going to say,
it's
I was
unique,
blessed. Yeah,
right?
I was blessed
absolutely.
With that.
Everyone's not going to do that.
Right.
But could everybody sell 3 to 5 warm market policies a month?
Of course you can.
Absolutely.
Of course you can.
So talk to me about, what does that look like? What are some of the keys? If someone's out there right now, and you could have been with us 2 years and go, you know what, I'm going to start adding some warm market to my mix.
Yeah.
What do they need to know?
Well, you need to know that you got to go out there and you just got to jump and do it, right? Like, this is the process that most people want to not think about. Like, I purposely teach my team, my organization this, which is, listen, after you button up the sale, right, you talk, we do this little pop quiz at the end. That's a whole different conversation. But, after we get done with the pop quiz, you need to talk about 2 different things. Number one, you need to talk about that your assistant, which is our CRM or whatever, right, is going to be shooting you a text saying congratulations. Second thing, you need to talk about referrals. That's a must. If you're not implementing that into your pitch, then quite frankly, you're doing your business wrong.
Right.
Because you could 10x your money literally by just saying the word referral.
Sure.
Right. So yes, we offer $50 to $100, but there's multiple ways of being able to go about that. I know when I first came into the industry, the best way for me to do it was if I'm signing somebody up for life insurance and they give me their beneficiaries, and again, hopefully they're over 18. Like, you can't force somebody to put over 18.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, I always advise,
Right.
must be over 18.
And most of them are going to be, right?
Absolutely.
And so you get that one person that always looks for the outlier, right? Well, one of them was 15. All right, dude, I got you. You always have to tell everybody how they can't do shit.
Exactly.
How about you focus on the 10 that weren't?
Right.
But anyways.
Right. Exactly. There we go. So, yeah, I'll get the beneficiaries, obviously, first name, last name, date of birth, whatever the case may be. Once I figure out that they're over 18, I'm asking for their phone numbers. Why? Because I need to call these people and let them know what their duties is as a beneficiary.
Right.
Right? Because if anything was to happen to you, they need to know what to do.
Yeah.
They need to
if
know
they don't know they're the beneficiary, how the hell are they going to help?
They're never going to know.
No.
Right? And so I would get 3 names, right? And then when I get those 3 names, guess what Trey Howe would do? I'm going to call those 3 names. And we're going to have a conversation. We're going to talk. And at some point, trust and believe, I'm going to bring up
what do you
life
say
insurance. To them? Well, I'm like, all right, cool. Listen, we'll say Sam. So Sam, John had said that you were going to be his beneficiary. Did he tell you that? No? All right, cool. Well, anyway, listen, you're going to be the beneficiary. These are some things that we're going to run through. I'm going to run through what's important about being a beneficiary, how you need to have the death certificate, how you got to do this, how you got to do that. I'm not going to go through all that today, but you'll go through that. Then I'll be like, now, you already have life insurance too, correct? Because obviously, Sam felt like this was pretty important for you, John. So you do have life insurance, right? Most of the time they'll be like, yeah or no. Or you know what? Their favorite answer is this. I got it through work. You got it through work. Perfect. Well, Sam said the same thing, right? And then this is what I ended up getting for him. Let me get 5 minutes of your time real quick. And I go through my whole process and I talk about whatever it is, regardless if it's term, regardless if it's whole life, regardless if it's IUL, whatever, right? I talk about it. And typically when they talk about that they have it through work, that's a green light for me.
Absolutely.
It's a green light. So then I end up getting them. And then, like I said, you want to multiply your money. So from that one referral, I just made whatever X amount of dollars. But now with that same referral, I'm getting 3 more beneficiaries again. And that's how you're able to multiply your money, right? Like for me, it's funny because this literally just happened on Monday. So Monday, just got back from Philadelphia, went to watch the Eagles versus the Rams game.
Nice.
Crazy game to watch in person. But watched that, and I came back home on Monday. And I'm not going to lie, I was tired. Like, Swamp, I'm not making no phone calls. Like, it is what it is. I'll take them, from my team or whatnot, but I'm not making any phone calls. I just so happened to get a referral. And that referral turned into 3 people. Yeah. We all hopped on Zoom. Like, kid you not. I got her man, I got her mom, and then I got her cousin. Yeah. So in total, I got 4 total sales, but 3 extra referrals just from her. And then guess what I'm doing with those 3? I'm going to do the exact same thing. And so it's all about being able to multiply your money without having to spend money. You talked about it earlier, and I think this is very important. The way I tell my new people, when they first come in, I tell them this. I want you to make money before you start spending it. It doesn't make sense for you to start spending money already and you haven't made anything. Right? So let's get you posting on social media. Let's get you talking to your family and friends. And I'm not telling you how many people you need to talk to. And I'm not telling you got to sell to them. I want you to just make some money before you start dishing out money. So they'll talk to them. We'll start, getting their workflow going. I mean, their cash flow going, and then we go from there. Yeah. So social media, family, friends, that's the recipe.
Right. My first policy was on myself and my wife. Like, how am I going to sell you a policy if I don't even have one?
Come on now.
Like, right?
Yeah.
And then it was my uncle, my wife's grandmother, who actually, she passed a few years ago and still had the policy and it covered the funeral. Like, there's everybody around you needs it.
It's a snowball effect.
Yeah. Sometimes we get we become lead junkies. Leads are great. We're a lead-based sale. I would never do anything where we're not, I wouldn't do cold calling, door knocking, all that crap. But just because we're a lead-based sale doesn't mean that's the only place you can make your sales.
It's so many ways. Like, my girlfriend came up with this, and I didn't even think of it. Now, granted, I told her, like, in all honesty, I don't have the time because of the position I'm in now. Sure. But earlier me, she was like, why don't you tell your agents to just go to a truck stop? I'm like, why not? Like, truckers need IULs.
Sure.
Truckers need life insurance. They talk about retirement plans.
Yep.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not shoot your shot?
Especially with your background, y'all would show up places and sell people shit.
Come on. Like, and you got to think about it. It's like, if I can come up with multiple ways of being able to generate a lead without having to spend money, you are winning.
Right.
You are winning major.
Absolutely.
Like that is huge.
Yep.
That's the best ROI you're ever going to get.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to shoot your shot.
Absolutely. One of the best referral, we were talking about this before we got on, tactics that we had back in the day was similar to yours, the beneficiary.
Yeah.
But we'd get done with the appointment and we would we'd call it an emergency response system. So,
Okay.
hey, Trey, I helped you out. You got your girlfriend down as your beneficiary, but we all know if something happens to you, she's gonna be a mess, right? Like she may need some help with getting the information to me. So give me, and I'll hand you a piece of paper. Write down 3 people that you trust enough that you want to give them my information so that if that happens, they can help. They can call me up, let me know you passed, and we can get the benefit, to your girlfriend.
Yep.
You write your 3 to 5 sometimes. Oh, hey, this one, that one, and it's always people close, right? My sister, my mom, my this or that. And hey, do me a favor. Put each of us in a text group. And if they don't want to do that, hey, give me the number. Let them know I'm going to reach out to them. Some of them do, some of them don't. Mm-hmm. But then I call up your sister and go, hey, I just met with your brother Trey. He listed you as one of the emergency response people on his policy. So he got a life insurance policy, take care of his mortgage, the whole deal. So if something happens to him, God forbid, I wanted you to have my information. I'm the agent, and I'd help facilitate the death benefit. Right. Oh, okay, cool. And then I go, as we're like hanging up, hey, when let me ask something. When you got your mortgage protection, we did a lot of mortgage protection back then. When you got your mortgage protection, if they own the house, if they didn't, I'd ask you, when you got your life insurance, did your agent set up something like this? They'd say 2 things: no, or I don't have life insurance. And if they said no, he didn't, I go, okay, well, you know what I'll do is I'll do a policy review to see what you have, and I'll set one up for you too. Now, the good thing about when they do have insurance, we know there's a lot of crap insurance out there. Right. So odds are they're probably stuffed into a policy that isn't the right fit for them. There's a lot of captive agents that only have one product, or we have access to dozens. So I'd come out, review it. Hey, if it's great, I'll leave it alone. If it's not, I go, well, look, you're paying X. It goes up here, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. And then if they don't have coverage, that's easy. Oh, well, you know what? I'm working the area. This is back when we were in home. You can do the same thing over the phone, though.
Right.
I'd go, hey, I'm working the area over the next couple of weeks. You round it all this weekend. I'd come by, show you some information, show you what I did for Trey, and see if it makes sense.
Yep.
Cool. Now, would all of them say yes? No. But be clear, dude. If one of them said yes, they were getting a policy.
You doubled your money.
You doubled
your money.
Didn't cost me nothing.
And the thing is, like, that's so small.
Yeah.
It's so simple.
Yep. But it adds up, dude.
But ask how many people, ask how many agents are actually doing that.
I'd say 5%, maybe.
Why, though?
Yeah. Well, we get so hooked on
we're
leads.
So excited about leads.
Yep.
You're ready to just dish your money out instead of you coming up with a creative way to put yourself in a position where you can get ahead.
Right.
When I hit Hall of Fame my first year, majority of that came from referral. There's people out there that will be willing to help you on a whole different level just because of the way that you took care of them.
Mm-hmm. There's one client that, no lie, Trey, I helped her out with a policy. I took her out of some bad policies. Mm-hmm. I wrote a policy on her and her I don't know, husband, what I don't know their dynamic, but her man.
Yeah, okay.
And then he passed a few years later, benefit paid. Dude, she's given me probably 25 referrals in a couple years. Like,
insane.
And it was family, that was at Hartford, Connecticut, dude. It was
insane. Every
week I get a call from, hey, Gail gave me your number. I need some insurance. Like, all right, I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, all I did was help her. I improved her situation. I went out. I sat with her. I went through all of her policies she had. Most of them were either accidental or a term that ended in a few years. And Gail was like in her 70s. I'm like, you don't need no term. You need a whole life at this point. I helped her. I did what I was supposed to do, a lead that I bought, and then the referrals that she gave me.
It's endless.
Now,
it's crazy.
Why do you think most people don't ask for referrals?
Scared.
Scared of what?
Scared. They're scared of rejection, number one. But then number two, again, any successful person is willing to do the small things to get ahead. Mm-hmm. Any successful person is willing to do the small things to get ahead. And quite frankly, most people don't want to do the small thing.
Right.
Which is, it's taking you an extra 30 seconds to talk about the referral program.
Sure.
And it's something that you made up. It's your referral program.
Correct.
I didn't make that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just something that I was taught. And quite frankly, I was glad that I was taught that, because it's like, this has put so much money into my pocket to where it's like it's kind of crazy. It's a laydown is what we call it, right? So it's like word of mouth is everything, and I just feel like I don't know why agents they get so excited and so hyped because they get that approval at the end and it says approved and it's like let's go.
They don't want to mess it up. I asked for something.
Right? Like we're so excited, but then it's like, yeah, that's the first part of it, but like, don't forget you're still leaving money out there on the table.
Yep.
Right, like I use my CRM all the time. And I'm not texting like new clients. I'm texting all my old clients. Hey, we're running a 4th of July promotion. You could gain anywhere between $50 to $150 off of any referral that you refer to us. You know how many people I get? A lot.
Right.
A lot. A referral business is actually a really good business.
Absolutely.
And it's just all you have to do is just try it.
Right.
And then you get hooked on it because it's like I'm literally making free money off of a free lead due to the fact that I spent $30 on this one and now I've 10x my money.
Yeah. And the worst thing they could say is, no, Trey, I'm all set.
And okay,
who cares?
I'm on to the next person.
Right. Like you had no problem calling a lead and getting rejected, but now you got referrals that people have given you, or not even that. You won't even ask for a referral because you're afraid that, what, if I ask Trey to give me a few people he trusts to have my number in case something happens, what's he going to do, cancel his policy? What's he going to do, get upset? No, he'll either say, I don't really know anyone, or, hey, here's a couple.
Right.
And then if I call those people and they say they're all set, okay, I spent a few minutes of my time. Move on to the next one.
It's a couple minutes.
And maybe I put them in the CRM and I drop a message to them every once in a while. Hey, you interested in life insurance?
Exactly.
And then one day they call up and go, yeah, you're the guy that helped my brother out.
Yeah, exactly right.
I got your message 20 times. Now I'm ready to do it.
I'm glad.
I mean, it's no different with recruiting agents. You know how many times an agent joins us and goes, dude, I just saw you guys for so long on social media. I kept following you for years.
Yeah.
And then at first I thought it wasn't real. And then I saw the numbers and got it. And then I finally took a chance.
Yep.
It's a day in and day out effort. You never know, when that person, whether it's the client, the agent, is finally going to make that jump. If they do, if they don't, but you just got to keep asking.
Like I said, you got to shoot every shot.
Absolutely.
You got to shoot every shot because you don't know which one's going to fall.
Right.
And again, I'm a person that I'm going to shoot it. I don't care who you are. Let's talk. Give me some referrals.
The worst thing they can say is no. Then you're still in the same position. You didn't lose anything.
You didn't lose a dime.
No.
You lost 30 seconds.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, dude, if you're afraid of rejection, it's the wrong business for you.
Right.
Now, there's a point where everyone, like early on, I mean, you've done a lot of sales, but when you were trying to figure this out in the direct sales business, there's probably a point where you didn't like rejection.
Well, yeah. I mean, nobody comes into this industry like, oh my God, I'm ready to get rejected. Nah, it don't work like that.
How did you overcome it?
Overcoming rejection?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say this. This was something I was told, and I live by it day in and day out. If that person is not going to be affecting my life in 5 years, why am I going to waste more than 5 minutes on it?
Yeah.
Why? I don't care. You cuss me out. So what?
So what?
So what? When I was in the direct sales, I ain't going to lie. Like, again, this was not the professional Trey at this point, but, I would get rejected, or they'd be like, I hate that. Like,
right. Well, yeah,
I'm a human just like you. Like, don't do that. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. And then I would walk off and I'd be like, that's why you ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to say something that, like, make myself feel better, you know? So, like, like, who cares? So what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was rejected by girls. You know what I'm saying? But what am I supposed to do? Stop talking? No. Like, I keep going. Like,
I mean, you play ball. You ever missed the end of the game at the buzzer shot?
I have.
You have?
I have.
So are you never going to take one again?
Yeah, like I missed free throws. I failed tests before. Like everybody is going to fail at something. I
know you're a big LeBron fan, but we know what happens when he gets to the free throw line.
Oh God, we had to go there. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you see the hat, bro. Come on.
I mean, he is the GOAT. I mean, I
all right.
so
MJ is the GOAT.
He is.
Okay.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Now, best overall player to play the game of basketball was LeBron James.
Okay.
And again, you see what I said overall.
Overall.
But GOAT, the best, like, killer, him.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
We're in an elimination game.
Yeah.
You can start LeBron or MJ.
It's easy, MJ.
Yeah, all day.
And then his son, RIP, but Kobe being Bryant.
Absolutely.
Was a miniature version.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. What's they got to do is nothing and everything, though.
Right.
But I mean, it was the winning mentality.
Yes.
Like you can't. One of my favorite documentaries is the Last Dance.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know it. And again, I'm 30, so I was watching Jordan when he was with the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't count. Now, don't get me wrong, he was still a dog, but
absolutely.
I was watching him with the Wizards, but once I watched that documentary and I figured out like where this drive really came from, it changed my whole perspective because I was that LeBron fan. No, LeBron's the GOAT. LeBron.
Yeah.
Not so much.
No. Well, LeBron's amazing. I mean, a generational star. Like we haven't seen anything like that, in this generation. But the thing about MJ in there is just that you can't convince him he's not going to win. And anything.
Again, he's betting on the golf course. Like, I'm hitting this shot.
They're creating games where they're rolling the coin with the security
guard. With the security
guard. And he knows he's better, so he's giving the guy a handicap, but he's pissed to even lose $5 to this guy. It was the competitive nature. But the thing is, you don't have to be that extreme, but if you can convince yourself that you're not going to lose, that's the first step in getting this mindset right. Like and what happens when you do lose? You move past it. Because MJ lost. Now, he never lost in the finals. Right. But he's lost.
But and you know what? It's funny you bring that up because like I'm big on social media. Make sure you follow me on that. But like I was scrolling and I remember, people never talk about MJ's, years that he lost.
Right.
Why? Because it doesn't matter.
Correct.
He kept going.
Yep.
What do they talk about when they talk about Michael Jordan?
6 rings.
6 for
6. Yeah.
In the finals.
Yep.
MVP finals.
100%. He
the
won
GOAT.
When it counts.
That's it.
Yep.
Listen, and I know this might be getting off subject just a little bit, but I got to say this, and if he's watching, I hope he is at some point. But shout out to Michael Beasley. This dude said this, and I kid you not, like I sent this to my team immediately. He said, "We're all overnight success." Problem is this: God never told us when that night was coming. So what do we have to do during the day? We got to bust our ass,
right,
in order to be that overnight success. Because at some point it's gonna work. I said that to say it's the same thing Jordan did. Jordan got rejected from playing basketball.
Dude, he got cut from his high school team.
My point exactly.
Yeah.
And guess what? He kept going.
Right.
He kept going. Nobody's talking about when Jordan was waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and busting his ass every single day in order to make sure that he did make the roster his junior year, then go senior year, then go to North Carolina. Now he's the greatest to ever play the game of basketball.
How about the years when they lost to the Bad Boy Pistons, and then he went and found Tim Grover, who we had at our convention 2 years ago. Oh, he spoke. Yeah, phenomenal.
Sick. Okay.
And he got his weight up because he's like, dude, they're physical. It ain't the NBA like now where, if I stare at you, they call a foul. Like, there was a different game back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he realized, dude, in order to beat these guys, I got to play their game. So he put on some weight. He got stronger. Yep. And he was always aggressive. But it's like, you can be as aggressive as you want, but if you built like a
twig,
you're right. It's a wrap.
It's not going to work.
So he got up to where he needed to be. He looked at himself. Hey, what am I? It's kind of like what you talked about with the sales, right?
Yeah.
Where am I lacking? What can I do to get better? You can be like, well, the bad boys, they cheat. They do this. The refs are on their side. Maybe. But guess what? You can't change that.
Absolutely.
It's like everybody's things with the chief. Well, the refs. Okay. What are you going to do? Get new refs? Like, then don't leave it up to the ref.
You got to beat him.
You got to beat him. And then he worked on himself, and then eventually, started that, won 3 in a row, retired, came back, won 3 more. And I think if Jerry Krause didn't have an ego problem, they would have won 10.
How crazy is that? Dude. How do you retire? Because you get bored.
Right.
I'm bored.
Yep.
And then I'm a come back.
Well, there's
and then I'm gonna do it again.
Too. We ain't get that. But anyway,
I should say we can talk sports all day.
Sure. But I mean, then you got Krause's ego who gets in the way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, they would have won 2 or 3 more with that squad all day.
Absolutely.
But you ask, well, what's the point in that? The point is, it's your mentality, it's your mindset. 99% of this business comes down to that.
But I think that's life.
That's
though.
life.
Like that's life. I say things about like mentality all the time, and people think I'm trying to refer it back to insurance or basketball. No, that's the way of life.
Right.
Anybody that's successful, they have to have a great mentality.
Absolutely.
They have to. They don't have a choice. Because if you don't have that, you can't be successful. Because there's going to be a lot of hardships that's going to happen. Mm-hmm. You're going to have a lot more lows than you have the highs. You're going to have a lot more L's than you have the W's. But guess what? They don't stop.
Right.
They don't care. They're going to shoot their shot.
100%.
And when you start to shoot your shot and you don't care, and it's just like, you could call it insanity. Cool. Like, I just keep doing it. I keep going until I get it right. Then now you're on the podcast talking.
Dude, everybody remembers the last shot that he made.
Yeah.
They don't remember the game before when he missed the shot.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I know it was the game. It was one of the games.
I think it
might have been the game before or the one before. It was in that series.
It was in that series.
But it was a game-winning shot. He missed. They lost. And then guess what? In game 5 or 6, whatever it was, who took the last shot? Jordan. Dude, I have the poster in my office. I don't know if you saw it, but I love that picture for so many reasons. One, it's like Jordan's mid-shot, and the ball's nowhere near the rim yet.
Right.
But you could see the look of just horror on the face of the fans. The people
they knew what time it was.
They knew it was a wrap.
They knew what time it was.
The minute the ball, I mean, he busted a move on what's his name, Russell. Crossed him. My man's tripping over himself.
Yep.
Drains the shot, and everybody before it even comes, it hadn't even came down yet. It's still on the up.
Everybody like this,
and they're just like, dude, you could see fans. Oh my god, like someone died. Drills a shot, game over. But it was that confidence, and he didn't care about the shot he missed a couple of days ago. Who cares? Just give me the ball again. Just give me the ball again. And
I think that's why I like Kobe so much, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kobe,
he had that killer
instinct.
instinct.
Didn't give a damn.
Nope.
Like, I could go 0 for 18 from the three-point line. I'm going to shoot this 19th shot and make it.
What he tells Shaq said there's no I in team. There's a me in that moment.
Yes. He said, I love that Shaq story. He was like, hey, y'all just go rebound. He ain't passing the ball. He ain't passing the ball. Just go rebound.
But it's a confidence, dude. And I mean, they put in the work, though, to back it up. Absolutely. And that's where the activity comes into play, right? You got to have both. So before we wrap up, we got, speaking of the mentality and being accountable, because that's where I think it all starts, right? We have a rising star this week. So Jagger Hood, he's with FFL Wealth Wave Financial. He's part of the Ronnie Salem group. These guys are just
killing it, right?
Man. Shout out to Ronnie, the whole squad. But he recently had his best month ever, so he's a newer agent, hit 40K for the first time.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So good stuff, Jagger. But let's see what Jagger had. What a name, too, Jagger.
I know,
it's like
right?
Mick Jagger. Yeah. Let's see what Jagger had to say here.
Yo, this is Jagger Hood down here in the new Wealth Wave office here in Austin, Texas. The biggest advice I have for new agents starting out as someone who failed in their last sales job is coming in with full accountability from day one. The reason I failed in my last job is I like to blame all outside factors, whether it's my upline, the people I was talking to on the doors, whatever the case was. The best thing I ever did when joining this business is whether the good, the bad, the ugly, everything was my fault and what I could do to fix that. If you're already watching this video, you're ahead of most people. But the biggest thing is nothing's going to change in your situation if you don't change yourself. Let's go.
Absolutely. So full transparency, I hadn't seen that video yet. I had no idea he was wearing the Mamba shirt, and I had no idea he was talking about that.
That's crazy.
But it is crazy.
Everything happens for a reason. Man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. That's why. But I like this guy.
Yeah.
I like this guy because he's like, that's the part that most people don't get. And I know we were talking about that, on our previous show, but like, if you don't have self-accountability,
right,
it's tough to win.
Absolutely.
It's tough to win.
Yep.
Like, you have to blame yourself. When things are going wrong, you blame yourself. When things are going right, you blame yourself.
Yeah.
But either way it goes, you have to be, you have to blame yourself for everything.
Right.
In order to win.
Yeah.
If you want to win.
The worst leader is the guy who takes credit when everything's going right, and then the minute something bad happens, they go, "That's Trey's fault. You messed that up." Like, dude, you took all the credit when we were winning.
Right.
Why don't you take some credit when we lose
Absolutely.
too? Like,
absolutely.
But that is huge, man. Self accountability, and I like what he said. Your situation will never change unless you're willing to change yourself.
I got a quote for that. I always tell my guys, nothing changes if nothing changes.
There you go. Strong.
It's the way of life.
Absolutely. Well, Trey, I appreciate you coming up, doing this. I really do. I know, and I say it to everyone because I know what it takes to put up these numbers that y'all put up, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. So for y'all to carve out a day and change to come up here with us and share this with, because it is a big deal. He mentioned also, like, plugging into the system.
Yeah.
Like, and he said, if you're watching this, you're already ahead of the game or something.
Already ahead of the game.
Dude, we people watch this, but more people should because of how helpful this can be to your business.
Absolutely.
The top guys, they watch it all.
Yep.
I guarantee if we could break down the views, we get more views from the top producers than we do from the bottom.
Because we're hungry.
Yeah.
We want to win.
And y'all realize that, dude, you may be great, but that doesn't mean you can't learn. Doesn't mean that something that Ronnie says or Steve says or whatever Dom says that is going to trigger something in your business. And we were just talking offline. I'm like, you got to talk to these guys because they're doing this with leads that you could take your business to the next level.
Absolutely.
Dude, it's one big team.
That's it.
So I appreciate you, dude. Keep kicking ass.
Gotcha.
Guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Go to fflconvention.com to get registered for the next event. We got Ignite coming up in a couple weeks. Hopefully we will see you guys there. And we'll see you next week right here on The Next Level.